Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to make black and white macarons with a rainbow colored drizzle on top. The macarons are filled with a rainbow buttercream, and I'm also going to show you how to do that. These macarons were made from separate batters. So first we're going to start by making the white batter. Place a bowl over a pan with barely simmering water. Add the sugar and egg white powder to the bowl if using. The egg white powder is optional. If you're not using it, just skip it. You don't have to change anything else in the recipe. Whisk the sugar and the egg white powder so it doesn't clump up. Now add the egg whites to the bowl and whisk until the sugar is completely melted. It will take a couple of minutes. You can test by touching the mixture between your fingers, and if you don't feel any sugar granules, you can remove it from the heat. Transfer the syrup to the bowl of a mixer. With the whisk attachment, start whisking the mixture on low for about 30 seconds and then gradually start increasing the speed to medium. And then you can finish whipping on medium or medium-high. To know if the meringue is done whipping, keep your eye on the whites. Once they get glossy and you start seeing streaks formed by the whisk and the meringue raising in the center of the whisk, it might be time to stop. Whip until stiff peaks are formed. When you pull the whip up, the peak should be shooting straight up, but not bending down to the side. Here I'm transferring the meringue to this bowl so I can show you the macaronage process a little bit better. Pour the sifted powdered sugar and almond flour into the stiff meringue and start folding with a spatula. At this point, you can add food coloring if you want to. Sometimes to make white batter, I like to add white powder food coloring, but this time I simply didn't use any. The white powder is not needed, but it's going to help to keep the macarons very white. Continue to fold the batter, incorporating the ingredients and then squeezing the air out by pressing the batter down along the sides of the bowl as you stir. It's time to stop folding when you can pick up some batter with a spatula and draw several figure eights with the batter that's dripping off. The batter should be flowing slowly and effortlessly off the spatula. At this point, transfer it to a piping bag fitted with a round tip. I always like to secure the top of my bag with a bag tie. And now you can start piping. Place the piping bag directly 90 degrees over the center of each macaron template. Apply gentle pressure and carefully pipe for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then quickly pull the bag up, twisting slightly at the top. Bang the trays against the counter or against the palm of your hands to release any air bubbles. And then also use a toothpick to pop any air bubbles from the surface of the shells. Let the tray sit so the shells will dry for about 20 to 40 minutes. They're ready to be baked when you can touch the surface of a macaron and it doesn't stick to your finger. These macarons were baked at a 325 Fahrenheit oven. After 5 minutes baking, I usually like to rotate the tray so the macarons bake evenly on all sides. You know, the macarons are done baking when you try to move a macaron and it doesn't feel jiggly. When making the black macarons, in the beginning stages of the meringue, I added about 3/4 of a teaspoon of black powder food coloring to the meringue. This will help later not have to add so much gel food coloring to obtain the deep black. Once the meringue is done whipping, you can pour the sifted powdered sugar and almond flour in the bowl. Also add black gel food coloring. You may need almost a tablespoon in some cases to obtain the deep black color. Fold the batter until the perfect consistency is achieved. The batter should be flowing off the spatula slowly and effortlessly. Transfer the batter to a piping bag fitted with a round tip. Also secure the top with a bag tie and then begin to pipe. The black macarons take way longer to dry for me than the white macarons because of all the food coloring that we've added. It might be helpful to put the black macarons under a ceiling fan to help speed up the drying process. Bake the black macarons just as you did the white macarons. Now I'm going to show you how to decorate the shells. To decorate the shells with the Rainbow Drizzle, I used candy melts. I did blue, green, red, yellow, orange, and since I couldn't find purple, I mixed pink and blue candy melts to make the purple color. Melt the candies in the microwave at 15-second intervals, stirring in between, and stir until completely melted. Then place each color in a piping bag or in a squeeze bottle. Pipe one color in each shell, followed by the next color of the rainbow. And then let the shells dry completely. For the filling, we're going to make a quick cream cheese frosting. Start by beating softened butter and softened cream cheese until creamy for a couple of minutes. Then with the mixer off, add the powdered sugar and mix on low until combined. If it's not coming together at this point, you might want to add a splash of milk or water to help them combine. Then raise the speed to medium-high and whip for another minute. Add the vanilla and mix to combine. Once the buttercream is ready, divide it between 6 different bowls. Color each bowl one color of the rainbow. I'm using powdered food coloring because it's so much better for buttercream than gel, because you don't add any extra moisture to the frosting. Now we're going to lay a piece of plastic wrap on the counter, and then pipe or spread with a spatula each color on the plastic wrap. Roll the plastic wrap into a log and then snip the excess plastic at the bottom with scissors. And place the log of frosting inside a piping bag fitted with a tip of your choice. I'm using a Wilton 6B piping tip. Then pipe a bit of frosting on each bottom macaron shell. Try to apply even pressure as you pipe so all the colors come out at the same time. And then top with another macaron shell. Let the macarons mature overnight before serving, and then let them sit at room temperature for about 10 minutes before serving. For the full recipe and very detailed instructions, you can go to my blog, piesandtacos.com. I'm going to put a link down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!